guests to Joel Davis Media Network. First and foremost, I want to tell all my patriots, thank you for rocking with your boy. We still is a growing channel. We still trying to make it do what it do. Also, thank you for the ones that have been supporting my true crime podcast and my political podcast, where I will be uploading new material that I did a week ago uh, on this channel first, exclusively. You know how we do. We take the audio from there and we upload it onto the podcast and let everybody hear it. I'm probably gonna make one of this on my podcast, one of my bonus videos, and I'm probably gonna have this unlisted very shortly. I'm probably gonna keep this available maybe for about I don't know, maybe a week or so. But anyway, first and foremost, if you guys have not noticed, if you live, I've been under a rock, Hurricane Helene has been one of the most deadliest hurricanes in U.S. history, uh, especially for the 2020s. If you live in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, and I want to say parts of Virginia, there was extensive damage, especially in Asheville, North Carolina. My heart goes out to the residents there because they literally have lost their lives, and not only their lives, their homes have been completely destroyed. I'm in the Georgia sector, so thank God that our experience was not as bad as theirs, but it was still bad. So this all happened around about Friday morning when the storm started made landfall around about 1 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in at night, Thursday night of last week at over there in the Panhandle of Florida. And when it did, by the time it moved into about 2:30 in the morning, it was all over Southwest Georgia, wreaking havoc. We lost power roughly around about 2:30 in the morning. A lot of people in town had already lost power by that time. Um, as soon as we lost power, you know how that goes in a storm. Your power goes, your internet goes, everything goes out the window. Um, we had extensive damage ourselves on the back end of my home. I can't show all of the neighborhood of all the damage. If I had a vehicle, shout out to, that's why I tell everybody to support the channel, because the more you support, the more I can get to a goal of actually owning a vehicle and I can drive around town. Thank you, Lizzo, and show everybody all the damage that has happened. So I'm gonna go ahead on here and mosey back behind my home. I cannot really show you guys too much in depth behind my home because I still have a power line down. So you have to be careful with power lines being down and stuff of that nature. And that wire is still live. Thank you, Lizzo. I appreciate it, man. I'm trying to get to 11,000 subs. If we can get to that, that'd be amazing. God knows that would be. But let me show you guys what it's like over there. So give me one moment here. Let me show you guys what it's like. Hold on. And I had to do this in a vertical format because, again, my horizontal with me walking my dog is a little difficult. So here we go. If you notice, behind my home, the line is down. This is one of the power lines that's down beside my house. Uh, the line goes all the way there to that light pole, all the way down. I've had multiple trees fall down here. If you notice, my fence line is damaged from the uproot of the tree. This is my power line currently situation right now. My power line is leaning towards the ground. My meter is still there, but it is actually leaning due to the weight of the power line of the tree being on the power line. Now, I cannot do anything with this right now. My landlord can't because we still got people in our county that do not have power. We talking about 9,000 people that still don't have power in the county. Well, it's probably gonna cut down to about maybe 6 or 5,000. So even if we were to try to get this removed, I wouldn't know when I get power again. Because of this storm, I had to get another network as a backup. So shout out to T-Mobile, home internet. It's not as fast as my Xfinity, but it does do the job. So if you notice, you saw that damage. Um that's real damage that we're facing. Give me 1 second here, y'all. Still walking around.
It's smelling too good to have you there. Still get your bag of sugar and creamer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You have it there.
All right, you too. Thank y'all so much. Y'all stay safe. Come on, River. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I don't know. And then I was screaming, talking to my people a little bit about the storm, and then you get called, and I didn't. I was trying to answer your call. I don't know if you heard me.
Yeah, I heard you.
And you didn't respond, so I didn't know what was
Yeah,
going.
I did. I was trying to tell you the DoorDasher was coming.
Yeah, I was like, I got the food, and he pulled right up. He came across my phone. Okay, let me get back to them now. Well, he's done poop now. He did his thing. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. So anyway, speaking of the storm damage, that's what me and my wife is waiting on. My wife hasn't been at work in about a week. It's been crazy. I've been at work, but the support at work has been cheap because people ain't gonna work, man, when they got stuff going on at their house. I think a lot of employers don't understand this, but when you go through a major storm like that, like Helene, some people can work through bad situations and some people can't. I always said it's based upon the individual. You got some individuals that they go through something like this and they're like, you know what? I need to work it off. And some people can't. So, it's all about uh, the type of individual you are. So that's why I haven't been really making any good content because we've been dealing with that. And like I said, when you're dealing with stuff like this, it's kind of hard to make good content because, my body's been tired. I mean, I would come home from work and I would try to work on content. I'm falling asleep because those 2 days we were out of power, it drained my body. Let me tell y'all something what I've learned like I said, since I've gotten 40, I've learned something. I am really on officially unk status because my body isn't like it used to. You know, when you were younger, you could go out here and you can experience a power outage and be like, all right, I had a power outage. It ain't no big deal, whatever. You know, next day you back at it again like a young person. It's different now when you get older. Like when you get older, you literally you lose energy like real bad. You can't do none of this shit. I mean, I'm going through it right now with content creation. I was talking to my wife. I said, you know what? I can't really create content. I said, that's crazy. I really can't create content the way I want to create it because I'm literally tired all the time. Sad but true. I am literally tired all the time. And yeah, it's a sad situation. Like right now, I'm gonna eat breakfast while talking to you guys, and then I gotta create content. My content creation level is probably gonna be a little slower than what I'm normally used to because I gotta get my body rejuvenated. Now I know a lot of people have told me and said, "Well, Joel, you need to do like shout out to my boy Greg, Black Conservative Perspective, who they like, yo man, you should be like your boy, go to the gym or do an exercise regimen, lift weights all day or do push ups. Well, here's the thing. It's hard to do all that when your wife is just had major surgery. I have house chores I have to do and fit in. I have to go out here and work, make content, podcasting, and I'm not making excuses. It's just I have a very hectic lifestyle. But I like my lifestyle because one thing I can say is when I am on it, I'm on it. Uh, you know, like today, I'm gonna try to slide and get a haircut because I've been wanting to do that for the longest. If the clipper place is open, I don't know if they're open. Yeah, but then again, there was a place giving out haircuts as well at one point. But while I'm here, I am going to give out community information because we are a channel that just not only talk about political news and regular news, we also talk about political information. And let me tell you, while I'm speaking my truth, I sure gonna eat what I'm gonna eat and tell y'all like it is. What you need, baby? Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta get my wife. I thought they had stuff in there. I thought they had utensils. Okay, well then what I'm saying is I thought they had utensils in the bag. No. Okay. Or maybe they have utensils for me. No, they don't. Okay. All right. Let me go get that. I'll be right back, y'all. I was streaming, so I gotta stop my stream. Hold on. Hold on, let me talk to you. Come on in. Y'all give me 1 second. And I'm back. So anyway, get back to what I was saying. Uh, um, dealing with all this has been nuts. It has been crazy because uh, my job and everybody else's job has definitely seen where people are not, able to support because of this situation. But anyway, we're going to talk about some of the information I've heard about trying to get assistance. So if you're hitting these areas, and this is if you've been hit by Hurricane Helene, I'm not going to say the areas because if you was on the path to Hurricane Helene, I mean you've seen a little sample of what I had going on. My neighbor's yards down the block is even worse. First things first is you need to go on the FEMA website and see if your county or your city is on there. Now, if your county or city is not on there and you do got damage, like you had house roof damage, whether you renting or whether you are actually purchasing, whether you are if you had car damage, whatever damage you had to impede you from your everyday operation for work or having a normal life, go ahead on and fill out the applications on there because doesn't mean your county is not going to be on there soon. Now, for the people that's out here tripping about, oh well, my county ain't on there yet, and the people at city council ain't doing the right thing, and all this bullshit. Listen, it takes a while for FEMA to talk and get a lot of these places on there. Now, if you do see your surrounding counties on there before your county, does not mean your city council did not talk to these folks. There's a process. There is a process. There's a lot of check and balances has to go down beforehand. So your city council can bust out and say, yeah, we need assistance. But if the governor and the powers that be that's over the decision making do not consider your county as a hit county right then and there, then you want to be on the waiting list of when it will appear on there. But just because it's not on there does not mean nobody's not looking out for you. You just gonna have to apply and you just gonna have to check. Like anything else in life. You gotta check. I get so tired of people quick to throw somebody under the bus and not knowing the system. Yeah, especially people that got their little 90 minutes of fame and shit. Listen, not even 90 minutes, 15 minutes of fame. Listen, man, this is not the time to do it. This the time now is to be there for your fellow man. And to be there for your fellow man is by going out there and try to help out with the information and put everybody out there on what you've got or what you received from FEMA. It shouldn't be a contest of who got the biggest connection of making things happen or who's got the biggest ego because pride dies before the fall, okay? So at the end of the day, let's put that to the side and let's help each other as citizens. Now, if you do not like what your city council did during this time, you can take the high road like everybody else do. Get on your job, get yourself established to where you can make you a campaign and run for it. Oh God, hold on. I'm back, guys. My wife had a disappointing, uh, uh, disappointing thing with food. Babe, it's you. This tastes like a regular sausage biscuit.
Well, your sausage tastes different than mine.
It's okay. Go ahead.
That's menopause crap right here.
I know it is. That's why I said it's okay.
Oh, that's so weird.
It's okay. It's okay. Just eat. Enjoy it. I, I ate this because you said the other one was. I don't even know what you ordered that was so hard that you gave holding.
French toast sticks.
Oh yeah, they always got them hard. Anyway, if you receive food stamps, go ahead on and take the time to let your food stamp people know if you was out of power more than 3 hours.
Or
4 hours. Excuse me, my wife helped me back up. 4 hours. Go ahead on and let them know your situation, that you was out of power for 4 hours, and how much of food that you lost, whether it was $50 worth of food, or in my case, me and my wife, we lost over 300 plus over the days we had got ruined from the fridge and almost the freezer. Go ahead and let them know, and they will definitely do an emergency uh, release of funds so you get extra funds to reimburse you to get your food. Last but not least, check into your local churches and Facebook pages and find out if anybody's giving away any type of not giving away stuff like a generator, but if anybody's giving away any food. There is a lot of places and communities are feeding people right now for free that do not have a way of having a hot meal. I think there's a restaurant in St. Simon's Island, Georgia, that is still feeding people if they don't have power on the island or in Glenn County. If you need any clothing or you want to donate any clothing, coordinate with your local Salvation Army. There are also FEMA is on site on a lot of these places that got hit. Check and see if your town got a FEMA station already set up. A lot of these people are giving out water to families for free. A little bit of supplies. She who walking in the word said yes, and Samaritans first. Yep. Check that out as well. Just check your local area because there are places that right now are literally trying to help people through this. Because guys, let me tell you something. It's been a week since this storm has happened, but there's a lot of people still is life is upside down in this week. There's a lot of people I talk to on my job where I work at every day. I'm talking about real people. Yes, April, if you don't get monthly food stamps, and that's a good, I'm glad you brought that up. Still contact FEMA and let them know you lost food.
I can also go for defects as well.
And you can go to defects as well. You probably have to go in. They got to go in person because I know if you ain't got
no. I don't know what states are open with their Department of Family and Children Services.
Yeah.
But,
so
they can go on
online.
Like a portal or something online. They can fill out that form and submit it that way.
Yeah. So if you didn't get stamps before this storm happened and you lost food, yes, you could go through FEMA and you can also go through your local defects department to take care of to help take care of you.
I'm gonna go online
And you can check the county links and online, and they should be able to tell you what they could do. You may have to have, you know, proof of income, or maybe you got receipts, save your receipts of what you had to spend or loss or whatever you got to do. Yep, as missing persons. Yep. Anytime. That's what we do. That's what we hear. Um, Trying to see what else for my county. Wayne County. Uh, I know a lot of people talking about other stuff like your internet loss, your loss of internet, stuff like that. Check with Xfinity, and they will probably give you an extension on your bill. Because I know a lot of people are looking have to get their bill extended because of what happened with this storm. I'm I'm one of them.
No, car insurance. Check with your insurance company. They may have something going on where they can extend your car insurance payment.
I'm getting there, baby. I'm getting all the links. My wife helped me, boy. Shout out to the manager, baby. Anyway, go and check with them. Uh, Also, if you had home internet with like T-Mobile, check with them. They can do extensions too. Not only with that, they're doing extension on cell phone bills because of affected areas. Also, Verizon is doing the same thing. So check with your village, also with your regular bills for utilities, so you can get those extensions. Oh yeah, I know, bro. That's why she my manager, Anthony. She want to make sure I got it all. And car insurance. Make sure if you got car insurance to check and see if you can get an extension based upon what's going on with the affected area. If you got USAA rentals insurance, I'm going to repeat it again. If you got USAA rental insurance as a family member of a veteran, or you are a veteran yourself, you can file a claim for loss of food. I think they're doing up to $700 for reimbursement.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to get on that joint, and you in an affected area, and you with USAA, you need to get on that joint. You need to get on the links below, talk to a representative so they can get you taken care of. Now I'm going to talk about what y'all need to watch out for. Because there are some things you need to watch out for right now, because there's a lot of scams going on, or going to be starting to go on. All right.
Don't open your doors to nobody.
Scam number one. People coming to you talking about they from FEMA, trying to knock on the door. Don't answer that damn door. Okay?
Also, when going around where people are coming up and saying that your car lights are on, and you open the door and they got somebody that will jump you that way. It started going on as soon as the storm came.
Alright, and another thing. Watch out for people that coming in, knocking on your door. And this been a trend, especially um, in the bigger cities. I haven't heard too many in South Georgia, because we're a little smaller community versus big Georgia going up north. But there's a trend going on where people will say, "Hey, your lights is on your car," and then they turn around and try to rush in and try to, jump you, rob you, and all that stuff. Listen, don't open no door for anybody about no lights being on in your car. If they tell you that, just say thank you. We will check into it later. Now, if they adamant that they want you to go, and when we worry about you, that you need to let them know, if you don't get off my property, I'm finna show you better than I can tell you. We'll handle it later. Sometimes you just gotta do it. And even if you don't have the necessary tools to protect yourself,
They don't know that.
you know, They don't know that you got to make it where you do. Now, me and my wife, I don't know what it is, but we lost our weapons in a boat crash. But when times gets hard, it appears and then it goes back to the crash. So I don't know. It's crazy how our stuff works in the time of need. Anyway, all my patriots get that code. That's what you need to do, man. Good to see you too, Angelo. Let's see what else we got. I'm trying to put out there for this storm that people need to watch out for or be aware of. Um, Also, too, man, boil water advisories. Please listen to those boil water advisories in your city. Okay, a lot of people try to act like that's not really an important thing. It really is because they're trying to make sure that whatever when a storm happens, all types of bacteria and stuff comes into these systems because of the wind and the debris, and it makes it hard for the water stations to try to get all that stuff out. It takes time. They gotta because you got debris, you got wind, you got all that coming up. So with that being said, Don, whatever you do, if they tell you to boil the water, please boil the water. Okay? And if you're not sure, you should, even after they tell you not to boil the water, get you some water at Walmart. Walmart has been pretty good. Been pretty good with keeping up water at local Walmarts. Uh, let's see what else we got going on here. In my with everything. Trying to make sure I'm covering all bases so you guys can get an idea of what to do in a time of need. There are there are still places around these affected counties that are still supplying people generators at 75% off. Please try to keep your eye out for these places. This is legit. It will be a truck full of generators, and they giving you the price 75% off retail. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example of what everybody I've been talking to in the city been getting about the retail prices is 75% off when it comes to the generators. So in my town for 2 days, well actually it's been going on almost a week. In the middle of the square, people been getting generators. The generators have been running about $300 even for retail price, and then they're taking off 75% of that for the price for you to get a generator. So you're actually only paying 100 and yeah. Hold on for a second. Let me see. So it's running at $300. I want to get my math right. So that's $225. So you're only paying $75. People are paying $75. No, ours are not that bad, but that'll be over further western near where my father-in-law and them is at. Coffee County, probably seeing National Guards, Valdosta, Thomasville, Thomas, Georgia, which is northwest, because they got hit real bad. Asheville, yeah, I'm quite sure they are. Hickory, North Carolina, all of them that got hit real bad is probably seeing National Guard. So anyway, $75 right now for that. They also got lawnmowers. That's right, electric lawnmowers. What's up, baby? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, electric lawnmowers right now on sale for 75% off retail. So please, guys, do me a huge favor. Check this stuff out, okay, on your local streets. I know people gonna say, "Well, what do I need a lawnmower for?" Well, when you got all this debris in your yard, and you know some people ain't had a chance to get that final cut of grass yet, that grass is still high, but it's now growing underneath the pile of stuff that is got it smothered. That's right, grass can still grow with all the debris on top of it. A lot of people don't know that, but it does. So when you get all that debris and stuff out, whenever you get a chance to safely do it with the power lines being restored and things of that nature, you can go out there and cut the grass. You know, with that electrical power. So basically, you can take $150 of your money and get you a generator right now and a brand new lawnmower and be set up for success. I didn't have the money to do it this time because the money I did save, and I want to say I thank God that I'm getting older. Guys, listen, it's a blessing when you get older because you start to maintain money a little bit better than you did when you was raising your kids in your 30s and 20s. Because when you get in your 40s, you start to really learn how to maintain money and multiple streams of money. So I thank God for having that type of wisdom because it helped me and my wife out in a very tight situation for the first time ever. And guys, let me tell you something. I've been through a lot of storms in my lifetime, and you know what I'm saying. I've been through probably about how many storms I was saying I've been through. I've been through Hugo. I didn't went through Katrina. I wasn't in that area, but anyway, Hugo. I say I've been through about 12 or 13 storms. This storm here was the worst because it was a sleeper. And let me tell you why I call it a sleeper. Because this storm really fooled everyone. Because it was never supposed to go to west, north, southwest Georgia. It was supposed to go to the Panhandle and go all the way towards Texas, and then go up. It was never supposed to go out towards the Carolinas like it did, and Georgia and all that. So that's why I call this a sleeper. That's number one. Number two, for the first time in my life, I was able, and I have to thank you guys because this is from the people supporting my podcast. This is the people supporting my YouTube channel, donations in the past, um, investments as well. Thank God for crypto. I was able to successfully get food in my house for my wife and I and my kids, and was able to maintain other things that need to be done in bills and be okay. So I'm fortunate. I'm not saying I'm the richest. I'm not saying the economy's getting better and I'm just rich guy. And I'm not saying that because I'm not like those kind of YouTubers. Okay, I ain't trying to check nobody bread, but I don't have that success level of Jericho and ABL and uh, Officer Tatum. But I am enough to say that over time doing this streaming since 2020, the last 4 years, and getting into social media and getting into linking up with people that do investments because of the social media game that they've learned, I was able to pull something off to take care of my family, and I'm pretty proud of that. And nothing makes you feel good as an individual, whether you're a man or a woman, able to take care of your family. She who walks in words says, I've been sub since 2020. I appreciate it, man. And shout out to my homegirl, Claudia Kinta. I don't know where she at. She hit me up on my comments saying how I've been doing and stuff like that. So I want to put that out there before anybody uh, start freaking out and saying, "Wait a minute, is I hope you ain't creeping on Miss Davis." No, this is our friend. Let me tell you about Miss Claudia. Miss Claudia has been friends with me in April since 2021, my wife. This woman has called my wife and listened to my wife and me when we were struggling, trying to. I mean, we was in a bad spot. When we was at our old spot, remember I told y'all about that? We had so many repairs going on, so many ups and downs with overran by rodents. It was horrible at that old spot. And Claudia, so many times, her and her husband, not even a word, would secretly give us money to help us out and be like, yo, don't even got to pay me back. Don't worry about it. This is our gift to you. See, guys, this is when you know people believe in you. I don't give a damn what content you make. Whether you just talk shit and make lies about people all day, which is bad, but I'm just saying. If people believe in what you're saying or like or entertained by what you're doing, they will do what they can to help you within reason and not ask for anything in return but you to continue to entertain them. That's a true fan. A lot of y'all say y'all fans, but y'all ain't fans. Y'all only hang out with people that you think is gonna blow up, and as soon as you don't see them on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, which is like anybody in life, y'all quit the jet and hang out with someone else or whatever. You know what's crazy? I'm on a, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm on a Discord, a major Discord group with people that used to be on my channel and used to promote my shit, used to brag about me, used to be anytime I come on or I share any kind of video, they were on it. Now I could be in that same mod and say hello, how you doing in that same Discord. They don't even acknowledge me. But you know what? It's cool. It used to get to me. But then I thought about it. You know what? Everybody has a moment before the come up. You know, everybody forgets about who you are until they find out who you really are in the most unexpected and surprising way. And my surprising way is coming. Whatever it is, whether it's doing this, whether it's my true crime podcast, or me talking shit on my other podcast about politicians and crime and what's going on in life in general. I just know is that my time will come. And those people that did ignore me, that's gonna be on them when they say, "Damn, I should have kept up with old boy. I dropped the ball. I didn't know that he had got this successful." So it happens. So it's cool. I mean, that's just part of the game of life. But the people that still rock with me, I appreciate you because that lets me know that you find me as a valuable source. If you took the time out of your day to talk to me and listen to me, and I get it, my schedule is crazy. I cannot set a schedule when I'm going to stream like that and stick to it because I have a hard life, bro. I mean, I have a lot of hats I have to put on. When I get home, my wife right now has just had surgery. When I get home, my routine is this: I have to decompress. So I'm gonna play my video game. That's right, I'm a gamer. Oh, excuse me. Decompress. I have to decompress when I first get home. Let me go all the way from the top. My wife want me to get this thing right. Shout out to the manager. I'll tell you, since I told her she my manager, and I'm being real honest. I made my wife my business manager. So a lot of my booking stuff now is being done by her because I felt like it'd be more appropriate because I'm taking care of her most of the time. She knows what's going on or what I got the next day when I'm available than I do. So why not make her that person? And plus, my wife is not one of those jealous types that's, oh my God, my husband get more attention than me. Fuck him. I don't want. I'm gonna make sure that I keep him in a box. She's not that type of woman. She's never have, never will be. So that's why I trust her. Because I know a lot of people don't trust their spouse being their business partner because their spouse has a jealousy streak. And believe me, I've been with one of those before. Devil will again. Don't get it wrong. I do. But when I say a jealousy streak, I'm not talking about relationship jealousy streak. I'm talking about jealousy streak when it comes to my success. There is a lot of partners out there, men and women, who get easily jealous of their partner's success. My wife is not like that. Thank God. And I'm not like that with her. Example given when she told me she wanted to work from home. A lot of men who are so obsessed with trying to control their wives all the way down to finances would have been like, hell no, nah, you don't need to work. That's a waste of time. Rah, rah. I told her, listen, I'm not gonna be here forever. If you feel like you need to work, even though I got financial investments prepared for you in the future if something was to happen to me, so you'll be taken care of for the rest of your life. But hey, if you feel like you still need that independence as a person, go right on ahead. Because I don't want my woman to ever feel like I clipped her wings. And everybody should be like that. Like, I mean, let's think about it. Being a real alpha male, you should always want your woman to feel like she has a opportunity to be independent. I think this is where we get the alpha male card misconstrued. A lot of people think being an alpha male is I take care of my wife and kids and she's submissive to the point that she forgets about her independent identity. No, 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 no. Submissive in a relationship when it comes to the woman role is to support you and go along with you as long as within reason for the betterment of the family. But she is never, ever to forsake her role of independence. Because if something happens to you, she will have to step up into that role. That's just life. I mean, a lot of women, a lot of men don't like to talk about this. I don't give a fuck. I don't mind saying it. You gotta have your woman at a line of of a sense of independence. Now, if your woman one of those women that don't want to be independent and want to rely on somebody else, that's when you need to sit her down and let her know. Listen, for us to work as a partnership, you gotta have this independence drive inside of you, ready to go at any moment's notice. If you don't have it in you, we're not gonna work. And that's just facts, man. I hate when guys uh, don't allow their woman to be independent. Even if you have to fund it, whatever dream she wants to do. Your woman wants to go to cosmetology school and you fund it, and let's say y'all don't work out. You know what? I'm not going to be bitter about that. A lot of guys like, see, you funded her way to be independent to leave you. That's fine. Because I'm going to get my blessing back. I helped somebody out. That's how you got to look at it. You help somebody out because now she's independent and she can figure out what she want to do with her life. So yeah, man, you gotta do that. But getting back to my schedule, I come home, bro. I have to walk my Chiweenie. And he likes to be walked. And after I have to walk my Chiweenie, he wants to, chill or whatever. I gotta decompress. I mean, I'm gonna play my video games to decompress. I'm a gamer. I can't just talk about. I used to be able to just go in and talk about politics stuff, but I I found out that it was very draining on my brain, and I couldn't sleep. So I have to decompress first. Then after decompressing for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes damn near all night long, I'm either gonna go to bed or I'll go work on some kind of content. Well, now I have a podcast to work on, two podcasts, and this channel. To work on my two podcasts and this channel, I literally have to make a decision. Which one I'm gonna work on first? Well, my true crime channel is the most successful. I just started and I'm at shit. Uh, I only had it for 3 weeks and I've already got 60 downloads off of it. My audience size I got to 45 already. And yeah, it might not be a huge number, but that's good for me because I look at the research. That means I'm putting out good content that they're gonna push it out more and more and more. I just gotta keep consistently with content. I just finished up the season with Killer Neighbors. My season two is supposed to be starting either today or tomorrow. Well, we'll be talking about women who uh, murder for greed, uh, murder for greed, love, or revenge. And these are women who uh, been married or got a boyfriend that's in the home and they've been together for a long time. And, you know, that's what happens. I don't know how many episodes I'm going to do. My whole goal is to try to do 10 because we did 7 for the first season starting out, see how it goes. And now we're going to try to do 10 this season. We're going to try to do 10 different stories. I know one of my episodes probably going to be a double, a part 2 or part 3 because it's so long and in detail. But that's what we're going to do. And then after that season is over, we're going to focus on another season. So yeah, I'm trying to build off of the podcast game. And people think the podcast game is dead. It's not dead. See, the thing about the podcast game that's so difficult is trying to get it to where you get people to actually sponsor your podcast so you can get more marketing time. And that's what I'm trying to do with my joint. I'm trying to get it to where I can get to the point where I can go to someone, a small company, to let me to sponsor me and say, listen, you might want to deal with me because this is what I bring to the table. This is how many listeners I got. And yeah, so we'll probably be doing merch off that. You can't make this BS up. My mascot for the channel is River. That's right, River is the picture for the channel. And the reason why I did that because I was trying to figure out what was I going to do to have my channel stick out as a true crime. You can't make this BS up channel. So I was gonna do just a picture of me. I was gonna design some tape and police officers around, and was like, all right. Then I thought about it, I was like, well, here's the thing. My wife finds me attractive, but I think I'm a plain Jane black man. That's not a good look. To have a plain Jane black man with the sirens and the tape all around. People might think I be talking about myself or our jail experience or something. I don't know. I don't think that'd be a good look. I need to think of something else. And then I looked around and I had took a picture that day of River, just all on the bed, sitting up, looking like he was ready to take on the world. I said, I wonder if I could use that picture. So I go and I take the picture, I upload it to my who the contact was, and then I had to fill information out, and before you know it, I'm like, man, I really like this picture. And it just stuck on me, and I was like, you know what? We just gonna roll with River being the face of the podcast. So when you see that black and white dog there, that is River. River is the face of the podcast. He's basically got the face of you really can't make this BS up. Like really, and I thought that was cool too, cause he got the face of really. You really trying to hit me with this BS this early in the morning? So yeah, my wife seen it. She liked it. So yeah, that's my mascot. So if you see the dog, that's really my podcast, and that's my mascot. That's my dog. That's how that came about. A lot of people don't know this, but that's how he became the mascot for the podcast. So anyway, um, I will try to make some content today that's going to be pre-recorded. I'm probably not going to do a live tonight, guys. I'm still trying to catch up on some other stuff, my gaming, my mental health, because I'm trying to make sure my mental health is balanced right now. So I will probably do some recordings. I will do a lot of memes, so keep looking out for the memes on the community post. And I will also be updating my podcast. But either way it goes, I want you guys to understand something. Life is too short to go out here and be holding a grudge or making grudges with people in times like this. If you got a problem with how your city is doing things, you need to confront them within reason and then revisit it after you done made them aware that you're not satisfied with the job they're doing. Because at the end of the day, it should be all about the citizens. The whole situation about fighting about this and that is not going to help no one when everybody is in the same boat trying to figure out the next move to survive. Anyway, thank y'all very much for hearing me out. I love you guys. Thank you for your prayers. I will keep you posted on everything that's going on. And please remember, guys, it is a month from Election Day. Please go ahead on if you're not have and register to vote. We will also be doing a actual watch party for the results. Election Day. I will try to go in my bag and find out what day me and A are going to try to be available to do it. I was thinking maybe 7 or 8. But either way it goes, we will look and see how everything plays out. I personally feel like that for the first time in a long time, the United States of America is going to go red. Uh, I know people have been seeing polls and people been saying that Trump is behind, or mainstream media been telling you that Kamala is just winning it. Guys, listen. I've been out here on the grind, and I've talked to a lot of people in the streets. Well, in my profession, a lot of people are not voting for Kamala Harris. The only people that's voting for this lady are the ones that are diehard Democratic followers, and all on that whole she's black, I gotta vote for her, or she's a black woman. If I don't vote for her as a black person, I'm a traitor to my race. Yeah, that's the ones that's doing all that voting. Me, I'm not voting for her. I don't. I told y'all before, she ain't gave me a plan yet of what she gonna do to better this economy. I don't know about you, but if I'm running for damn president, I should have a plan so damn intricate for my followers or soon to be followers that I can break it down in my head in my sleep. And shout out to Anthony Anderson about the Never Trumpers. The Never Trumpers, there's a Never Trumper that recently just flipped and said he's voting for Trump because he said, yeah, even though he might not like Trump like that, but he knows that his wallet was a hell of a lot better than what it was when Trump was in office. So I want y'all to let that sink in. Never Trumpers are flipping because they see the writing on the wall. They know that this woman is bad news for the United States of America. And you got to see a lot of these folks that's been running around saying, "Oh, I'm voting for Kamala." It's gonna be a lot of them that ain't. Why you think these Hollywood stars are going on the View and saying stuff like Usher? Oh, I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm not. Me voting doesn't matter. Saying smooth shit is not to really say, "Hey, I'm not voting for this bitch." I'm voting for I'm voting for Trump. So there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be acting that way. So y'all need to be prepared for that. But yeah, that's what I'm rolling with. Like I said, when I under Trump, I ain't this the lowest I've ever been. Ever. When I was with Trump, I had a pocket full of money. All the time, damn near. Prices was low. Man, I was taking my wife out so much. Shit, she could count. She knew when we were going out to do something. She knew it. She would just look at me. Oh yeah, it's your day off this weekend. I know we going so and so. I know we going to the flea market. So yeah, shout out to the flea markets. So anyway, guys, enough of my rambling. I love y'all. Take care. I am gonna go now and work on great content for you guys to enjoy while I can. Love you. Take care.